Hello and welcome to the European Parliament here in Brussels. We in the UK and people across Europe have been experiencing some of the worst weather conditions in living memory. High winds and floods have led to deaths and to the destruction of property and infrastructure. It is very clear that the government was unprepared for what has been happening across the land. In order to cut costs, drains have not been cleared and rivers have not been dredged. I wonder how many drains could have been cleared for the 50 million or so our membership of the EU cost us every single day. The European Union has an instrument called the European Social Fund that should allow us to claim money to help repair the damage. If the cost reaches 3.7 billion euros, which looks highly unlikely, the EU will step in. But the government appears reluctant to apply for this money, which comes after all from your taxes. Believe me, our European neighbours have no qualms about taking every euro they can and at every opportunity. There's another fund, the European Globalisation Adjustment Fund. This makes money available for workers who lose their jobs due to the relocation of industry. It pays for retraining and helps workers find new opportunities. The sums available are significant. To just give one recent example, in December 2013, redundant Air France workers were given 22.6 million euros. There are many such stories. But shall I tell you how much of this money, your taxes, by the way, have been given to British workers? What do you think? Actually, zero. Not one single penny. This is because if we were to claim from this fund, it would jeopardise the much vaunted UK refund. It would appear that this refund costs us a great deal. In fact, it's redundant British workers who are directly subsidising that refund, not the EU itself. How long can this go on? We need to decide and make our future relationship with the EU work to our advantage. Do we stay in, which means accepting the federalist agenda, or with ever greater integration, or do we leave, which I prefer, and make our own deal with the EU as trading partners and good neighbours? One thing is certain, David Cameron's renegotiation policy is a non-starter. The EU political elite have made it absolutely clear there will be no further renegotiation of significance. This is one of the most important decisions which will affect the future of our great nation. There is only one person who can make that decision, and that's you. The We Demand a Referendum Now party put into Downing Street the petition calling for a referendum on our continued membership of the EU. This forced the backbench committee to debate in the House of Commons, which led to the largest backbench revolt that this government has ever seen. This is after David Cameron said he wanted to stop banging on about Europe. We want a binding in or out referendum. We want this vital decision to be taken by you. Let the people decide.